What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Richard Prophet, and welcome back to the Prophet Realty Group channel. Yeah, man, we're back. We're back. I'm in New York City. Vest season is back. I love wearing a vest. As a younger man, I thought vests were silly, but now as a middle-aged guy, I gotta admit, I love vests. I love sweaters, you know, and it's the holidays. The holidays are fresh underway in New York. Thanksgiving is, well, in the United States, Thanksgiving is Thursday, but today is Sunday night. So we're talking watches, right? All right, let's go. So before you saw the title of the video, the watch even the VIPs can't get, all right? And I want to jump into that. I want to talk about it. But first, I want to send a couple shout outs to members here in our family. We got Rolex in the Wild. Rolex in the Wild hit me up today, as a matter of fact. He said, "Hey, Prophet, my AD just called me. He said that he's got that Rolex Explorer that I've been looking for. But I just bought my wife a Chanel purse and her funds are kind of tight. Should I pick it up?" And I said, let me ask you a question. Do you love the watch? He said, yes. And I said, you know what? Get it. Pick it up. Get it. You know, treat yourself. It's the holidays. And really, you know, these watches, it's just a way of transferring your money from the bank to another bank that you wear on your wrist. Really, you buy steel Rolex Sports in today's day and age. You're not going to lose money, and it's going to appreciate. You know, I read a graph somewhere that they said Rolexes appreciate about 5% a year. You know, I would agree with that if it is like an unpopular model. I mean, these popular models, you know, they double and triple in value. And as a matter of fact, one of those we're going to talk about tonight. But anyway, yeah. So Rolex in the Wild, I told them, go ahead. If you love the watch, go ahead, get yourself the watch. Treat yourself to the watch. God bless. All right. As a matter of fact, another member here in our family, Seco LaFlex. Hope I'm saying that right. Seco LaFlex, congratulations to you, my brother. You just picked up, he just picked up an Explorer, actually. Congratulations to you. Beautiful piece. Who else? Who we got? Oh, my guy Chris, of course. Chris. Calibre 3135. He's a big part of the channel here. He's always DMing me on Instagram. So Calibre 3135. He just picked up a special edition landlord watch, aka the Hulk, the Incredible Hulk, the Hulk. The Hulk. To get his Hulk, he actually he traded in a Yachtmaster and some cash. And he asked me, was it the right decision? I said, do that with your eyes closed, because the Hulk, not only is it a beautiful watch, but, you know, and that was hard to get before. Now that supposedly, the word on the street is that it's going to be discontinued, Basel 2019. Now it's almost impossible to get. You know, you gotta be connected to, you know. So yeah, congratulations to you, Chris, and congratulations. That's a beautiful piece. All right. So, all right. Who else do we got here? All right. So there we go. So now let's jump into tonight's topic. First, let's have a little drink. Tonight we're drinking this Japanese whiskey. It's actually pretty good, you know. I had my reservations about it, but guy brought it to the cigar shop. I tried it. I kind of like it. So, cheers, family. Let's get into tonight's topic. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm not going to change my normal drink for this, but I'll throw it into rotation every once in a while. All right, let me adjust my landlord watch. Again, another fantastic thing about this watch, whether you're feeling fat or you're feeling skinny, right there. Glide lock clasp. Big or small. The perfect watch, pound for pound. All right, so I want to buy a new watch, right? Yeah, I want to buy a new watch. If you follow the channel, you know that I bought a new watch already this year, 2019. But I mean, it's a beautiful watch, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't really, how should I put it? It doesn't really, to me, it doesn't really commemorate 2019 for me. 2019 has been a big year. It's been a big year for us. 2018 was a terrible year, one of my worst in a long time. But 2019 has been a big year for us. I've traveled a lot. You know, it's been a great year for us. So, well, we picked up a new building. We're about to go on contract for another property. It looks like I might be paying off a mortgage this year. I bought a new watch. I've traveled a ton. So, yeah, it's been a big year for us. So I want a watch that really commemorates this year for me. So I bought the Steel Datejust 41. But you know, I want another watch, right? I want another watch this year. So what am I in love with, right? What's one of my grail pieces? So I'm looking around, you know, I'm looking around on the internet. You know, I got a couple little things that I like, but some are seeming like one in particular seeming impossible to get. So I'm looking around for another piece, and I bump into Hodinkee. You know, I watch Hodinkee, and a lot of guys watch Hodinkee right out there. And John Mayer. I watched the John Mayer Hodinkee, the second John Mayer one. And he pulls out, when he pulls out the Rolex Rainbow Daytona. Oh man, you know. I mean, John Mayer is like a god in this space. I mean not god, but what he says is pretty much law. He mentioned in that interview, he mentioned the gold Daytona green face. Before that interview, you would go to the ADs all day long. You would see the green Daytona in the window all day long, sitting in the window all day long. Retail price, I think it's what's it, $34,000 retail price, plus tax, of course, in whatever city you're in. But all day long was there. That interview came out. John Mayer said, pick up the Rolex green face, the Rolex Daytona green face. Overnight, the next day you couldn't find it. It vanished. Overnight, next day you could no longer find it. And it almost doubled in value. I mean, it's about, retail's about 34, 35, 36, something like that. And now it's, you know, people selling it, gray market dealers, 50 grand if you can get it, you know. So it almost doubled in value overnight because this guy said, pick up this watch. So, you know, this guy knows what he's talking about in watches, and he moves the needle. He says something's popular, and so he has a fantastic collection of watches. He has a lot of money in watches. So, but he shows these rainbow Daytonas. Oh man. You know, I really never paid attention. The Rainbow Daytonas came out in 2012, I believe, Basel 2012, and I never really paid attention to them until I saw that interview, and I was like, man, these watches are fantastic. And then so I started doing my research on the Rainbow Daytona, and I found out that in 2018, they released an Ever Rose Gold. Oh, forget it. That for me, it killed the game. I was like, yes, that is my grail watch. I don't ever remember seeing that in a Rolex AD, but that is my grail watch. I gotta get it, right? Boom. I go to my AD. I don't call. I go in the AD. I say, look, I'm interested. I don't know anything about the Rainbow Daytona. All I know is I want the rose gold. Well, Rolex calls it Ever Rose Gold Rainbow Daytona, and I want it ASAP. So I go into my AD. I tell her, look, I want this. She says, I've never even seen one before. And I said, okay, I want to get one. How much is it? And how can we get one? I'm plugged in my AD, right? I get, I got a Pepsi. I get whatever I want. Tell my AD I want this. When she gets it in, she calls me up. Prophet, be here 3 o'clock. Meet me in the back. Boom. I got whatever I want, right? Yeah, so it's no problem getting the Rainbow Daytona, right? First of all, how much is it? Oh, it's about $97,000, $96,500, something like that. Like, what? First of all, that knocked me on my ass, right? I figured it's a gold Daytona, about $35,000 before tax. Then they got some diamonds on it. Then they got this, gradient of baguettes, and I figured throw another 10 on for that. Man, I was so wrong. I figured at the most it's 50 grand. It's about 100 grand before tax. So then you add on 8.875% tax in New York City, right? Boom. So the watch is, over 100 grand. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I didn't know it was so much money. But I'm thinking, you know what? It's going to be my grail piece. It's going to be my grail piece. Yeah, it's going to be one of my grail pieces. And you know what? I'm just going to pick it up. I'm going to order it. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to get it. I'm going to forget about it. It's going to be my grail piece. I'm going to get it. I'm going to treasure it. And I'll pass it when I pass, right? And and anyway, my AD, what happens is, like, if you get an expensive piece like this, you usually, right, when you buy a watch, you usually just swipe your debit card or whatever it is, a couple debit cards, you pick up a watch. But when you get an expensive watch like this, they ask you, do you want to open an account with them? So I figured, okay, you get me the watch, you bring it in, I'll open an account, credit account, and whatever number you give me, right, because when you open a credit account, this is how the AD works, my AD, anyway. You open an account with them, they give you a certain amount. Let's say they give you 50 grand. They give you a line of credit, 50 grand, right? Now, you choose an item. Let's say they give you a line of credit for 20 grand. You choose a watch, you choose the landlord watch, all gold landlord watch, after taxes, all that, it's just under 40 grand, but they gave you a 20 grand line of credit. You choose the watch you want, you tell them what your line of credit is, they get on the phone, they blah, 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 blah. In the back, they come out and they have just doubled your line of credit and you can get the watch you want. That's how the AD works with that. So I figure, I go in, they get my watch, I come in, I try it on, I'm like, yeah, I'm loving it. Open me a line of credit. They give me 50 grand line of credit, 40 grand line of credit, 60 grand line of credit, whatever it is. I'll tell them this is the watch I want. They'll double it. Or, 30% it, whatever. If I have to swipe a little bit in cash or bring in a little bit in cash, that's fine. So, boom, that's covered. When you open an account with them, now during the holidays, I believe it's 12 months interest free. So, whatever, 100 grand, you paid off, 12 months, you're good to go. That's my grail piece, boom, go. So she's never even seen the watch in the wild or in her store in person. So she says, give me a couple days, Prophet. I'm going to look into it and I'll call you. I say, okay, I really want the watch. So I tell her, look, if you need me to leave, I'll come back. I'll leave, 25% deposit on the watch if you like. She was like, no, that's fine. We know you. Don't worry about it. Give me 3 days. Don't insult me. Okay, fine. You want a water? I said, all right, give me a coffee, because I don't know about you guys, but my AD, the coffee is fantastic. So I drank a coffee. Actually, I drank 2 coffees and I got a Pellegrino to go, right? So boom, I leave. So now I'm really intrigued about the watch. I'm really interested in the watch. So I go home. I'm on the computer. I'm on YouTube. I'm looking around. There's not really many videos about this watch on YouTube, right? So I'm Googling stuff. I'm looking around. Now, this watch sells for about 100 grand retail, but actually it retails, get this, for $250,000 to $300. I'm like, oh my God, really? So this watch has tripled in value since its release. And I don't know if that was the John Mayer video, I don't know. But all I know is that it sells in a great market, $250,000, $300,000. And I'm like, man, who's buying this watch, right? Let's have a drink to that. Cheers, Peter. I see you. Cheers, Peter. My boy, Peter Brimmer. So, I know everything about this watch now, right? I know that it was released in Basel 2012. I know that Ever Rose came out in 2018. I know all there is to know in the internet about this watch. So boom, I call up my AD. It was like 2 days later. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I call her up. She goes, give me until tomorrow. I'll call you back. I said, okay. Boom. Hang up the phone. She calls me the next day. She says, Prophet, come in. Boom. I come in. All right. She always gives me a time to come in. Oh, come in at 4:30. Come in, whatever. Whatever she says, I do. So I come in. We go to the back. We sit down. She gives me a Pellegrino. I say, okay, what's up? Talk to me. When can I have it? She said, I've never even seen the watch before. Nobody in the store has seen the watch. I called a couple of my colleagues. They don't know anything about the watch. I called my friend in Miami, store in Miami. She said that her friend actually knew about the watch. He said that in Miami, the whole Miami, there was only one been sold in the whole Miami. I'm like, really? Yeah. So she couldn't get the information from any of her superiors or whatever the case is. So she actually called Rolex. Get this. She called Rolex to find out about this watch. Man, look, I'm about to tell you something, You're not going to hear this any place else on YouTube, because these people don't know about what you're about to hear here. A lot of these YouTube guys, these watch channel guys, they're buying used watches, or, they own one watch and they're just talking, I'm telling you my real experience, I'm sharing what I'm living with you. So, I looked around on YouTube, this information is not there. And I looked on Google, this information is not there, because the people that have this watch are not talking on YouTube. And the people that are on YouTube, they're not buying this caliber watch. They're swapping used watches or whatever. There's one guy though on YouTube, I forget his name, but he deals with high-end stuff. Forget his name, but I watch his stuff. Yeah, he does a high-end stuff. He might be in the know on this watch. So anyway, getting back to the Rolex Rainbow Daytona. My AD, she calls Rolex. They break down exactly what it is to get this watch. Now get this. You can't just order this watch. First of all, there's only 3 made per year, right? There's 3 made per year. So if you do the math between, 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18, 6 years, 6 times 3, what do you get? 18. So there's only 18 yellow or white gold Rolex Daytonas, rainbow Daytonas in the world. Ever Rose Gold, 2018 and now, 3 a year, 6, 2 years, so 6. So there's only 6 Ever Rose Golds in the world. So this watch is extremely rare. And get this, to buy it, you can't just say, okay, this is one of my VIPs, ship me this watch, pay for it. Forget about you have to pay the watch in full up ahead before it's even ordered, right? Forget about that. But you have to, your AD, first of all, not you, your AD has to submit your resume. You heard right. Your AD has to submit your resume to Rolex, all the watches you've bought, whether they're still in your possession, net worth, all these things have to be submitted to Rolex for them to approve you to be able to purchase this watch. Now we're talking about, they send it to Rolex headquarters, Geneva, they send it to Rolex to approve. They go over your resume. They go over your application to purchase this watch, and, that's when you'll either be approved or denied to buy a Rolex Rainbow Daytona from an AD. Now, here's my thing. If you are not famous, if you're not a big household name, like a celebrity or something, or a big famous businessman, you're not gonna get the watch, right? And that's what we came to. That's what we came to. Me and her, we figured, if you're not a celebrity or big famous businessman, a household name that everybody would know when they hear it, you're not gonna get the watch. Even if you pay in full, here's the $100,000, 100 plus tax, whatever, you're not gonna get the watch, because they only start making the watch once you've been approved for the watch. This is like crazy. So you know what? Anytime, if you've ever seen that watch in the wild, or you've ever seen anybody on YouTube, on the internet, whatever, Instagram, and you've seen that watch, if that person that you saw it wearing it is not a household name, is not some celebrity that everybody knows, just some guy that you think has money wearing that watch, it's definitely a fake. It's definitely a phony. I mean, it might be a real Rolex, but with the bezel customized and this and that after bullshit, which is not genuine Rolex Rainbow Daytona. So, once you do that, Rolex considers the watch fake, and it's not a real rainbow anyway. So to me, it's fake. So if you see anybody wearing that watch, if they're not a household name, you don't recognize them instantly, it's fake. Like some of the guys that own this watch are, I know Mark Wahlberg has one. I know David Beckham has one. I mean, big name people own this watch. I mean, it's crazy. Not only is it a beautiful watch, and why I like the Ever Rose. I mean, John Mayer, I think he has the white and the yellow. Those are beautiful pieces too, right? But on those particular pieces, the indices are like diamond dots, right? But on the Ever Rose, they changed a couple things on the Ever Rose. I think it was 2 things in particular they changed. And one of them is the indices. I mean, the indices are just fantastic. On the new Ever Rose Gold, they're now like they're colored sapphires, but they match the gradient of the bezel. So as the bezel is changing colors, the indices, the sapphires and the indices are changing colors. Like perfect match. I mean, it's crazy. That watch is just like delicious. I can't believe, I really didn't notice it before. It's been out for all these years and I haven't noticed it. But yeah, that is definitely my grail piece. Like I have a perfect, I'm gonna talk about it in another video, but I have a perfect 4-piece collection. I know I made a video about the perfect 3-piece collection, but I have now, my tastes have changed a little bit, matured a little bit, and now I have a perfect 4-piece collection. And that Ever Rose Gold Rainbow Daytona, put that in the box, boom. That is my grail piece, and I would love to have that watch. I mean, needless to say, my AD, said I'm not gonna get the watch. I can have anything else that I want, but I can't get that watch. So, I mean, hey, we're gonna keep buying watches. We're gonna be going forward, and I'm gonna get it one day, but yesterday wasn't the day. Yeah, but that's a fantastic watch. Check it out. Check it out wherever you can. If you look around, you Google some stuff. That's a beautiful watch. Needless to say, I didn't get the watch, but it's not a loss, it's a lesson learned. Cheers, family. The Machine, I see you. The Machine, if your AD can get that watch, let me know, all right? We'll buy 2 together. Your collection is fantastic. So we'll buy 2 together. If your AD can get that watch, let me know. I want one. Yeah, so needless to say, I didn't get the watch. But I did get another watch, but that's going to be another video. I'm your host, Richard Prophet. This is the Prophet Realty Group channels. Every Sunday night, we talk watches, and thanks for watching, and we're back every Sunday night. Please join us. I did get another watch. I didn't get the Rainbow Daytona, but I did get another watch. As a matter of fact, if you follow the channel, you can pretty much narrow it down and guess which watch I picked up. Leave the comment below, and if you're the first one to pick the right watch that I picked up, I'll send you a Mr. Nice Watch t-shirt. I'll pick up the shipping and handling in the USA. Anywhere out of the USA, you gotta pay the shipping and handling, but I'll buy you a Mr. Nice Watch t-shirt. I'm your host, Richard Prophet, and thanks for watching.